The fastest way to find answers to questions is to start off with the web office and move over to, on the top toolbar, there's an option for solutions. Click on that. And that brings you over to the Unitech EDI Wiki and the knowledge base. The knowledge base is made up basically of two different types of information. The error messages is just strictly a list of error messages that either come from the Unitech EDI software or the order processing system software or even from the trading partner. And what we've found are the causes of those messages and, more important, what to do to resolve the situation. So for instance, I'm clicking here on access denied, and there's a little format for this. If there's a sub-message, which there isn't in this case, that would be there. The category here is general. The resolution is saying that this is usually a problem with network permissions. And although the network is not really Unitech's responsibility, and ultimately each client needs to maintain their own network, and the network administrator needs to be able to take care of that, network administrators have varying levels of expertise and patience, and very often it's required that we work along with them to help them fix their own network, is what it comes down to. So this gives you a little bit of background on what we've done in the past, shows you where the message source is from. In this case, these type of messages generally come from the operating system, in most cases Windows. And that is a separate entry for all of the different error messages that were found. As you can see, there's an awful lot of them. And this is also a good way of classifying support requests. I mean, support requests can really be classified as either something client is running the software, they get an error message, they're not sure what it means, so they contact us. And in a way, those are the easier questions, because if that first thing to do is to look into this list, if we have a match on that error message, in which case we do for an awful lot of these, then chances are we can solve that very, very quickly. There are support requests that just plain don't contain error messages. In that case, we've broken that down under the common scenario list. So the common scenario is similar to the frequently asked questions. In this list, we classify them by the transaction code. And if you remember, the transaction code is what identifies the type of document. So the 810 means it's invoicing, 850 means it's the purchase order, 855 means it's a purchase order acknowledgement. So if you know that the client is reporting a problem with invoices, you can take a look here and see if you can find the match. Various things. How do I correct and resend an invoice? Very, very common. They sent an invoice, either it was a problem in the data file coming into them, or they pressed the wrong button. How do you recover from that? What do you do? How do I exclude something very specific? How do I exclude more than 15 invoices on the Caspajama system? And we have the write-ups on that. So the scenarios are a little bit harder to solve because there's more detective work in first trying to see if this is a brand new problem that we've never heard of before, or much more likely if this is something that we've seen before and we already have a solution to, and that makes life a lot easier. Once you become more familiar with the system, in addition to the topics that are listed there, you can always use the search. And for instance, I'm just going to type in 810, hit enter, and that brings up everything that has to do with the 810. As you can see, there's an awful lot of them there. And although it does give you a hint where it gives you the first 2 lines of it, without a lot of background, it might be a little bit scary to see this list and try and figure out if your answer that you're looking for is somehow buried in that. But you can just process of elimination. For instance, if you know the order processing system is Bookworks, and the problem is invoicing, then maybe your answer is here. So you can click on that and read up. And in any case, even if you're not exactly solving that particular problem, you're learning more about the system, hopefully retaining some of that. And the next time a question like that pops up, you'll be in much better shape to answer it.